Sanders says beating Biden will be a very steep road. Now, this is an article from The Hill. Senator Bernie Sanders said Friday that defeating the former Vice President Joe Biden, the guy who is now being, who's now sexual.
This is the curse of having
harassment
American
and Vice President Joe Biden in the Democratic primary is going to be a very steep road. I don't know. Listen, Bernie, you can beat Biden. Stop saying that's a very steep road. Biden is an easy opponent. And if he's the nominee, Donald Trump will thrash him. The Vermont Center added that the coronavirus pandemic has thrown a curveball at a campaign that was already struggling to catch up after a series of devastating primary losses. This month left Sanders more than 300 pledged delegates behind. Real quick correction. There's a lack of election integrity and voter accountability that's happening. Okay. Polling stations have been shut down. Votes are missing. Machines are not working properly. Primaries being held in the middle of a pandemic. So, yeah, there's a lack of election integrity, Bernie. You got to mention this. That's the reason why you're behind. It's because the DNC is rigging this race for Joe Biden, somebody who right now has not 7, but 8 women calling him out on his history of being an abuser, someone who's conducted sexual harassment. Yeah, Bernie, it's not a steep road. You can beat this, man. Just call it out. The DNC is rigging this race. Bernie Sanders went on to say, where do you go from here with the elections that are being delayed, where we can't go out and hold rallies or knock down doors? That's what we're looking at right now. Bernie Sanders, every time you hold an electronic of online town hall, 14,000, 15,000, 20,000 people are attending, hearing you speak. You're being more of a leader than Joe Biden is. You're being more of a leader than Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is. This is the curse of 2 Up. Everyone, RIP Kit and his 2 Up. He's going to come right back in a second. I'm just holding the space and talking to.
Thanks for filling that gap, Daniel.
I'm the dead.
I'm back.
Okay,
All right,
you're
back, Kit.
You're back.
All right, real quick, we do apologize for that technical delay. Again, my internet's being upgraded tomorrow. I'm very sorry. Again, Bernie Sanders is holding these these online town halls. He's getting tens of thousands of people to attend. Bernie Sanders is more of a leader than Trump is, than Biden is. And the thing is, he's the leader that's fighting for us while we are, right now struggling. Bernie Sanders is fighting for our rights. That's what he's doing. And so again, Bernie Sanders also said that these are enormous, important issues, and we need serious debates over them. And already Bernie Sanders has talked about how the Senate is working on the $2 trillion coronavirus rescue package, further hampering his ability to campaign. In fact, Bernie Sanders, I think it's helping your campaign because you're the one that's actually raised up $2 million to help out 5 different charities. So again, Sanders, don't sell yourself short, man. You're actually winning. Sanders also went on to say there's a reason for that, and that millions of people right now demanding that we have a government that works for them. What role should a campaign play in continuing that fight to make sure that health care becomes a human right, not a privilege, that we raise the minimum wage, et cetera, et cetera. So again, looking at this article and looking at Bernie Sanders' statements, Bernie, you can win this fight. Bernie, you are being cheated again. Bernie, the people are seeing that you are right. We need Medicare for all. There are no social safety nets. This depression, this Great Depression that we're going to be in is a reality. The hospitals are right now being overwhelmed. It's becoming very real. Right now, we have these safety shutdowns. Be prepared for a national lockdown if it keeps on getting worse. Right now, the United States is number 1 with coronavirus cases because, again, no social safety net, nothing to help out workers. Bernie, this isn't a steep road. You can beat Biden. He's not your friend. Stop saying he's your friend. He is not your friend. He's no one's friend. Joe Biden has not one, but 8 different women stepping up saying that he has sexually harassed them and abused them. Bernie, you can beat Biden. Just please acknowledge the election fraud. Guys, take it away.
So I want to tack on to the point that you're making, Kit, is yes, Bernie can beat Biden. Bernie is a better candidate than Biden on almost every level, right? He aligns with the American populace more on policy. He doesn't have these kind of sexual assault allegations being levied against him. He's a better candidate. The reason they're calling it an uphill battle, an uphill road, is Biden has all of the institutional support. And as we know, institutional support goes a very, very long way. In fact, it's maybe the only thing that's important in securing the nomination. Now, that's the kind of thing that gives a lot of people apathy, makes people not want to care about it. And it's a little bit of a shame that Bernie isn't pointing out exactly what you're talking about, this
and he should.
lack of election integrity, because he's de facto pointing that out by losing in this way and allowing other people to make that connection and make that case. But boy, it would be strong if he was like, hey, look, this is why I'm losing. This institutional support is why I'm losing. Boy, that would help a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just gonna say that, like, Bernie, it's crazy that I gave Bernie a funeral a couple of weeks ago, and now it's like in a crazy spot that it's like, no, maybe he might come out of that, he might dig his way up from the ground and come back to the surface. I mean, it's yeah, Paul's right. It's like the similar chance that someone can get out of a coffin. It's like Kill Bill all over again. If someone could do it, it's Bernie Sanders. He just has to hear someone right above him go, hey, I'm in debt and I need some help, and then he'll crawl his way up. But it's crazy that we're in a spot where it's like this virus, this piece of RNA, these multiple pieces of RNA that are floating around the planet could actually affect any of the three people that are currently in contention for the role of presidency. And like Biden's in his bunker trying to stay safe, but again, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of, are you immune? And then the only thing is, when are you going to get it? So Biden, I mean, again, we are in a place where I don't like betting things on things that might happen, but if there's a time that's a legitimate thing to go, it's now.
It's crazy because there's a part of me that still feels like even though Paul was like, there's a small chance, it gives me that sliver of hope. I mean, it does in a way, because keep fighting. I mean, and I love to see that fighting spirit in him. I wish that fighting spirit was there earlier. I mean, I know he's had, little glimpses of it, but I just wish that bark was there from the beginning. I don't know if, again, like you guys said, it might be a little too late. I don't know. Part of me is I'm still rooting for him. I love when people are sharing stuff on Twitter and social media, and I feel like that at least that's a way. So I still retweet stuff. I feel like that's another way to kind of let people know that he's around and he's fighting for us.
Well, here's the thing. Bernie was right the whole time. He has been right the whole time. But now, Bernie, if you really want to fight for us, as Daniel said, here's everything that you fought for. Everything, all the policies in the palm of my hands right now. You got to fight for it, because if you think that as soon as we find a cure for this coronavirus pandemic, you would be a fool to think that something else worse won't raise its ugly head, because humanity right now is at the brink of collapsing. We need leaders. Bernie, you're it. But right now you have to aggressively push back. Push back. It's not a steep hill. You're selling yourself short. And that's Bernie Sanders' problem. Maybe he's just too good.